We are taking the multiple choice questions, that is the MCQ, in artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is about. So what does this AI or artificial intelligence means? As the name is suggesting, artificial, that is not natural, intelligence, what we have, what people have. So making a machine intelligent, that is, answer is B. So this artificial intelligence is a proper branch of computer science now, and the aim of this branch is to create intelligent machines, intelligent robot, intelligent computers, intelligent gadgets. The way human thinks, the same way the machine can also think. Who is known as the father of AI? Father of AI. So the father of AI, actually he was the pioneer, he coined this word, and he has a lot of contribution. The answer is John McCarthy. So he is one of the founding fathers of artificial intelligence, and along with him there were many other contributors, Marvin Minsky, Alan Neville, Herbert A. Simon. So there was a conference in Dartmouth in summer 1956. Actually, the word was already there from 1955, but it was formally being presented, and as a branch of study this artificial intelligence came into being. Select the most appropriate situation. For that, a blind search can be used. So as the name is suggesting, it is a blind search. The answer is small search space. So this is an uninformed search. Blind search is uninformed search. That is, it does not contain any domain information like the closeness, location of the goal. That is, if you want to search something, there is no information. Okay. So the most appropriate situation that can be used for the blind search is small search space, because you have no clue whether one non-goal state is better than any other. The search is absolutely blind. You don't know if your current exploration is going to be fruitful or it will not yield any result. Right? So the answer here is small search space. The application or applications of artificial intelligence is R. So what are all the applications? All of these are the answer. Automobiles, business, education, finance, manufacturing, gaming, government, healthcare. So if you see here, the expert system, gaming, vision system, all are here. So there are so many fields where still the research is going on, and those fields will also be included shortly. Among the given options, which search algorithm requires less memory? Search is basically finding an entity or an element. So this is depth first search. Depth first search. There are two kinds of search which are talked simultaneously. Depth first search and breadth first search. In depth first search, we traverse through left subtree first, then traverse through the right subtree, and then we go up till the finest, lowest subtree. This is depth first search. Now here, we are only keeping those which are required. That is, the depth search along or algorithm requires very less memory, as it only stores the stack of nodes from the root node to the final node, that is current node. If a robot is able to change its own trajectory as per the external conditions, then the robot is considered as the. Now you have made the robot learn, and now the robot is able to find out that there is something in front of a robot. So it can by itself change the trajectory. That means it is an intelligent. So answer is D. So smart robot means it has intelligent programming, it has gesture sensing capabilities, There are other things also, like popular science teaching has been done with the robot. Song dance, it can do automatic presentation. So if the robot is able to change its trajectory as per the external condition, then the robot is considered intelligent. So these are agents. Such type of agent come under the category of AI agents or rational agents. Which of the given language is not commonly used for AI? Lisp, Prolog and Python, they are used heavily. Nowadays Python. But Perl is for something different. Means this is not made for this purpose. So the programming language in AI, that is machine learning, R programming, C++, Haskell, JavaScript to a certain extent, Julia, Java and Python. So these are coming here. So Perl is not commonly used. A technique that was developed to determine whether a machine could or could not demonstrate the artificial intelligence known as the. So now here we have to talk about Mr. Alan Turing. The answer is Turing test B. So try to understand. Alan Turing in 1950, he asked a question: can a machine think? So at that time he asked the question which we are still answering. Okay, and actually he gave this thought or idea in his seminal paper. That is the most important kind of paper or work. So he created a Turing test. It's a very simple test. That is a machine, whether it can be a machine, it can be a cardboard, it can be anything. Whether they can say something, they can think and say. We don't know, because we don't know how they speak. We don't understand their language. Because people can say, then only we can think that okay, these are intelligent people. So as I said, in 1950, mathematician and computer pioneer Alan Turing, he introduced a test in order to determine whether a machine can think like a human or not, in seminal paper, which means it can demonstrate intelligence, and this was termed as Turing test. So it was based on the imitation game with certain modification, and this is still in measuring successful AI projects. So here the human questioner asks a series of questions to both respondents. One can be a computer, one can be a human. So because the human questioner doesn't know that who is going to respond, and then you can very well understand whether machine can think or not. The component of an expert system. So you can say the AI has come from expert system, or expert system were the initial AIs, artificial intelligence, like the chat box. You might have heard about Eliza, because if you go to some say ticket booking or any banking वगैरह, you'll always find the chatbot. So these were there, these are still there, but there is an expert system with different components. So a user is there. Now he wants to talk to a doctor. Now there is no doctor, but a machine. So there will be a human expert, then a knowledge engineer, a knowledge base will be made, and an inference engine, and the user interface. So now the user can interact with a human expert without human expert being there, just a machine. Okay. So this is how the expert system is a part of an AI and a computer program that is used to solve the complex problems and to give the decision making ability like humans. And these are the different parts which I showed you here, or you can call them as the components of an expert system. Okay. So knowledge base, inference engine, user interface. Which algorithm is used in the game tree to make decisions of win and lose? So game tree is all about, thought about two people, tic-tac-toe and chess. And you might have heard about IBM Watson. IBM Watson actually defeated Garry Kasparov. He was then the world chess champion. So the answer here is min-max algorithm. So this is a min-max picture. This is a game tree. This nodes represent the position in the game. and the edges are representing the moves. So in order to make any decision, the game trees uses the min-max algorithm. So one is max, one is minimum. Max is you and min is a machine, say. Now max means you want to maximize the profit. That is, you want to do something or the action so that you get profit. For example, if the two nodes have 5 or 2, you always want 5. But the min would want that you always get 2, because this is the other party, this is the adversary playing along with you. So he will do everything so that you get 2, not 5. You want 5. So this is the basic idea of the min-max algorithm, right? And there is one more proliferated, or you can say clean type of algorithm, which we'll talk about in the next question. The available ways to solve a problem of state space search. So this first is this one and second one is this one. So there are two ways. So the first is it allows for a formal definition of a problem as the need to convert some given situation into some desired situation using a set of permissible operation. So let me tell you again, with the availability of whatever is permitted, this is how the definition of problem is being made, and then convert some given situation into some desired situation. And then second is, it permits us to define the process of solving a particular problem from one state to another, which is a good state, among the given options, which is not the required property of knowledge representation. So in terms of knowledge representation, knowledge is what we have, we learn, we gain, we gather, and how to represent it. So there is a slight, you can say a slight difference in the different kind of knowledge representation, which is C. So C is the correct answer, which is wrong. Means it is not. So representational adequacy, inferential efficiency, acquisitional efficiency. So the first one is ability to represent the knowledge. Inferential is you can infer through that knowledge. It should be efficient, that is inferential efficiency. And then acquisitional efficiency, that is we can use it for some purpose. So the answer is representational verification. In AI agent perceive, an AI agent perceives and act upon the environment using. So an AI agent is this picture you will see again and again. Here is an AI agent. He is not a human, but a machine acting as a human. And there is an environment. So for a human, he has eyes and sensors, different sensing body parts. The agent also has sensors, so it perceive, it can touch, it can see the gestures, and then it will take actions with the use of effectors. Effectors can be hand and leg, etc. So an AI agent perceives and acts upon the environment using the answer is both A and C, which is sensors and actuators. Which rule is applied for the simple reflex agent? So when we say reflex, means what you do without even thinking, you have that reflex. If someone come in front of you while you are driving a car, either you'll stop or you'll take a turn. Means this is how you reflex. So this will go with condition action rule. So the simple reflex agent takes a decision only on the current condition and acts accordingly. It ignores the rest of history, hence it follows the condition act rule or condition action rule. So this is the state, that is say how the world evolved or what the world is like now, what my actions do. These are condition action. Which agent deals with the happy and unhappy state? So an agent will be happy or unhappy state. That is, if it does something good, happy, otherwise unhappy. So there will be utility. Utility based agent is the answer. So utility based agent uses an extra component of utility that provides a measure of success at a given state. It decides that how efficient that state to achieve that goal, which specifies the happiness of the agent, otherwise there will be unhappiness. I hope you got the idea. There is an extra component of utility in utility based agent, making it happy or unhappy for a particular state. Rational agent always does the right things. Rational, the word itself says logic, doing everything with the thoughts. So rational agent has a clear preference, goal and act in a way to maximize its performance. It is said that it always does the right things, which means it gives the best performance for each action. Which term describes the common sense of judgmental part of problem solving? So whenever the problem is being presented to you, the most easy way is to use the common sense, and that is the judgmental part, which is the heuristic. That is, whenever we have a work, we complete it. It may not be optimal, but still in the time bound period you have completed it. That is through heuristic. That is, common uses of this heuristic is reducing the mental effort needed to make decision, simplify complex and difficult questions, and they are fast and accurate way to derive at a conclusion and help with problem solving. Which AI technique enables the computer to understand the association and relationship between objects and events? Let me give an example. These are two faces. Everything is same. Just assume everything is same. Only the lips. One is like this, one is like this. Now, as a human, you will easily say one is happy, one is unhappy. Easily you can say. So these are patterns. This is how you match the pattern and find out the inferences. I'll give an example also. This is a text. There is a pattern AABA in this text. So in order to find or match this pattern, this is AABA matched. This is AABA matched. Again AABA is matched. But all these matching is done with the reference of association, because how these different letters are associated and how is the relationship between them. It has B cannot come in front of 2A. The exploration problem is where? The question is exploration. That is, if you are left somewhere, you don't know anything about that place, then you will explore. That is, if you are being told in an alien place, then you will explore. You will find out the place, you will ask people, all this will be done. Okay, so agent does not contain knowledge, state and actions. The answer is B here. Agent doesn't know anything. That is, if you talk about the problem types, when we have unknown state space, then we employ this exploration. We categorize this as an exploration problem. This is the answer. In the Wampus world problem, the reason for the uncertainty is that the agent sensor gives only. So the answer is partial and local information. How it is? See, here is an agent. That is, you can call it as a robot also. Now this is an example of environment there will be. So there will be pit, treasure, some breeze, stench. So this is the environment made up of a grid of squares surrounded by walls. So there is uncertainty. Each square can have agents or objects. So the partial and local information is meaning the word is used to demonstrate the worth of knowledge-based agent and the knowledge representation. So in the environment, uncertainty arises as the agent can only perceive the closed environment. That is, it has only partial and local information. The search algorithm, which is similar to the Minimax search but remove the branches that don't affect the final output, is known as. So we just talked about Minimax search, and I told you there is a improved version, you can say, of Minimax search, that is the alpha beta pruning. So in this alpha beta pruning, same thing is done as Minimax search, but it will see first whether we have to take this node or not, because if this node, certain node, is not affecting the final decision, so we just don't take that particular node or even that subtree. We can even leave that subtree. So alpha beta pruning algorithm is the modified version of Minimax algorithm and returns the same moves as the original algorithm, but it removes all those node branches that do not affect the final decision, which is not required, is not being catered. This is alpha beta pruning. The maximum depth to which the alpha beta pruning can be applied. So the answer here is any depth. As I said, you can even leave a whole subtree. In Minimax, this alpha beta pruning can be applied to any depth of the tree and it can eliminate the entire subtree if it is not affecting the final decision. The answer is any depth. Among the given options, which is also known as inference rule, the answer is resolution. If someone says, I don't have money, what inferences will you draw? He really don't have any money, or he is asking me money, or maybe he will not get money for some near future. These are inferences. So among the given options, which also known as is inference rule, is the resolution also. This is the resolution. Okay. So I've given this resolution rule also. So this is how we can apply the resolution rule and we can infer or we can get some inferences. So this is also known as inference rule, as it shows the complete inference rule when applied to any search algorithm. Which of the following option is used to build complex sentences in knowledge representation? So we will take the atomic sentences and we'll make a complex sentences. The answer is connectives. The B is the correct answer. So complex sentence doesn't mean that it is a complex sentence in English. It is just that combining the atomic using the connectives and making like the propositional logic and making a complex sentence. So this is how you see the connectives being used to make a complex sentences from the combination of atomic sentences using the connectives. So the answer here is B. Complex, as I said, it is not very hard. That is, it has to have meaning also. Automatic reasoning tool, ART. So this is used in Lisp machine. Lisp is what? List processing. It's a programming language. So ART or AR, this is used in Lisp. If according to the hypothesis, the result should be positive, but in fact it is negative, then it is known as. So this question can be asked in different ways. So let me tell you about these four, what these are. The answer is B, that is false positive hypothesis. So just understand this first, that whatever we have measured or perceived, if it is true, and in reality it is true, what you have thought is what it is. That is correct. That is, if somebody said you have passed the exam, and you see you have passed, so that is correct. Now what is about false? Somebody said that you have failed in the exam, and you checked, it was false. That is, you have passed in the exam. So basically false and false, that is negative becomes a positive. So positive becomes a positive. So this is always true is true and false is true. But what about true and this false negative and false positive? So when you measure that something is true, in reality that is false. That is false positive. That is, your test came as being pregnant, but you are a man. That is called false positive. But when we talk about this type 2 error, that is false negative, that is, you have assumed something to be false and actually it is true. So that is called as false, that is false negative. So you are pregnant, but she is definitely pregnant. The report is saying she is not pregnant. So these are the four things you have to know about the hypothesis. A hybrid Bayesian network consists of. So Bayesian, this is coming from probability. So hybrid means, always this word is combination of two words or multiple. So hybrid here is about discrete and continuous variable. So discrete and continuous means what? Discrete means specific values. Continuous means the value which vary in a way, that is, this is a frequency. So if you take just some part of the frequency, some points in the frequency, that will be discrete. But a frequency is basically a continuous data. So the hybrid Bayesian network contains both discrete and continuous variables. The process of capturing the inference processed as single inference rule is known as. So here the answer is GMP, the process of capturing the inference process as single inference rule. So that is GMP, as I said, generalized modus ponens. That is GMP. Now we are not going to the detail of this GMP, but for all inferences, the single inference rule can be used, which is called general modus ponens. It is said to be the lifted version of modus ponens. So what is the generalized modus ponens? This is GMP, and see how this is quite obvious. In one line you will understand. P implies Q and P is asserted to be true. P is implying Q and P is also true or asserted to be true. So what does it mean? It means Q must be true, because P is implying Q and P is asserted to be true. So Q must be true. Which process makes two different logical expressions look identical? So logical expressions we are talking about, and or not. So which process make two different logical expressions look identical? The answer is unification. So process that make logical expression identical is unification, and the goal is to match the premise of implication so that conclusion can be derived. Which algorithm take two sentences as input and returns a unifier? So this algorithm, as the name is also suggesting, unification, unifier. So the answer is unify algorithm. It is unify algorithm. So it takes two atomic sentences and return a unifier. So this is used for the unification process. Unifier. Unify algorithm. This is the answer. C is the correct option. The PEAS in the task environment is about. So this PEAS is standing for performance. B is the answer. Performance, environment, actuator and sensors. So when we talk about this PEAS, let us take an example here. We are talking about an automated driving car or an automated taxi. So when we talk about performance measure, safety will be there, destination, the profits, the legality, whether it is comfortable or not. What will be the environment for taxi? The roads, streets, freeway, traffic, pedestrians, and the weather, of course. Whether it is raining or snowing. Then actuators, whether we have steering, accelerator, brake, horn, speaker or display. These are actuators for the automated taxi. Sensors, of course, we need to have camera, sonar, GPS, odometer, engine sensor, because no one is sitting here. So the machine has to take action on the basis of these sensors. So this is the PEAS of or in the task environment. In state space, the set of actions for a given problem is expressed by the. So the answer is B, successor function that takes current action and returns the next state. So this is taking the current action, it is taking the next state, and this is the successor function we are talking about. So this in state space, the set of action for a given problem is expressed by this. In which search problem, to find the shortest path, each city must be visited only once. So whenever we have a city problem in computer science, we always deal with the classical problem. One of them is the traveling salesman problem. So TSP, this is a very classical problem, as I just suggested. The answer is D. So this TSP or traveling salesman problem is about finding the shortest possible route to visit each city only once and returning the origin city when the list of all cities and distances between each pair of cities is given. So you can only visit once. You have to cover all the cities, and because traveling salesman problem is also talking about resources, that is shortest path also should be there, and resource efficiency should also be there. But basically it is about not visiting the city again, only once. That is shortest possible route, traveling salesman problem, TSP. Okay, there are more problems like this, right? In the TSP problem of n cities, the time taken for traversing all cities without having a prior knowledge of the length of the minimum tour will be, because we don't have any knowledge of any length. So without any knowledge, it will be order of n factorial, because n factorial is a very big number as far as complexity is concerned. So this is an idea I have given. But the TSP problem of n cities, order of factorial n. Web crawler is an example of. So web crawler, you might have seen spiders and cockroaches, etc. They crawl. So when they crawl, they try to get food from somewhere. So this is the web crawler. They want the information and data from everywhere, wherever they can go, wherever they can get. So from email, news, image, social media, video, all crawling is done. And the web crawler is an example of intelligent agent, which is responsible for collecting the resources from the different parts. The main function of problem solving agent is to, so the main function is both of them. That is, solve the given problem and reach the goal, and then find out which sequence of action will get it to the goal state. Right? So this is the main function of problem solving agent. Problem solving agent is all about both of these. In artificial intelligence, knowledge can be represented as. So knowledge can be represented as both ways. You can also use the propositional logic, and you can also use the predicate logic. Propositional, we use and or not. Predicate, we have all, at least. So both of them, both 1 and 2 is the correct answer. For propositional logic, which statement is false? Which is false? So the sentences of this propositional logic can have answers other than true and false, and this is wrong, because it has to be true and false only. It is saying that it cannot be true and false, so you will get true and false only. This is the, for example, it is Sunday today, so either it can be true or it can be false. So this is A is the false option. First order logic statements contains. So first order logic statement contains predicate and subject both. If you see here, we have an example. X is an integer. So X here is a subject and is an integer, and integer is a predicate. So we might have seen in your earlier English classes about the subject and predicate. The knowledge based agent can be defined with dash levels. So how many levels? See. So first of all, what I perceive, this is the knowledge level. Then we have what action should I take, that goes to logical level. And the third one is choosing an action and getting it executed, that is the implementation level. So the answer is 3 levels. Ways to achieve AI in real life are. Real life, how to achieve it? We need to use machine learning also and deep learning as well. So both A and B is the answer. Actually, machine learning, see, the total set is artificial intelligence. Inside this, we have a subset called machine learning, and inside this we have deep learning, and deep learning is mostly about the neural networks, etc. So these all are coming in AI, and the year-wise also progress you can see. These 2 ways to achieve AI in real life. The main task of an AI agent are AI agent. So this picture diagram I have shown you many times. This is all about perceiving, thinking and acting on the environment. So in order to understand, you have to perceive, think, and then you have to act according to the environment. This is the main task of this AI agent which you see here. The answer is C. So this is whole cycle. This is a whole cycle. The AI agent is the rational agent. This cycle goes on. The probabilistic reasoning depends upon. See, whenever you talk about probabilistic reasoning or probability, it will give you certain value that can be between 0 and 1. So the probabilistic reasoning is used to represent certain knowledge which we are not sure about the predicates. It depends upon the estimation, the observation and likelihood of objects. So we have different probabilistic models, right? The inference engine works on both forward chaining and backward chaining. I'm not going into the detail, but just for here, the inference engine is the component of intelligent system in artificial intelligence which applies logical rules. Basically, we are talking about the component of the intelligent system in AI. So which applies logical rules to the knowledge base to infer new information from the known facts. So the first inference engine was the part of the expert system, and now inference engine commonly proceeds in two mode. So this forward chaining and the backward chaining, you can just talk about two questions. Forward chaining is what can happen next, and the backward chaining is all about why this has happened. Which of the given statement is true for conditional probability? So conditional probability is the probability of something to happen when something has already happened. Something has already happened. So conditional probability, the answer here is C. Conditional probability has no effect or relevance on independent events. Okay. So the conditional probability is said as the probability of occurring an event when another event has already occurred. And when we are talking about independent events, these are those that are not affected by the occurrence of other events. After applying conditional probability to a given problem, we get what? When we apply the conditional probability, you are going to get the estimate values, because probability gives you certain value which is an estimate. That is the likelihood, the probability of something getting done or will happen. So this is the estimated value. You see the example also I've given. I'm not going into the detail, but here it is estimated value whenever we are talking about the conditional probability, because 0.8 means it will rain, 0.2 means it might not rain. So these are the estimates, not 100% accurate result. The best AI agent is one which. So the AI agents are there, but what is the best AI agent? So the answer here is can solve problem on its own without any human intervention. So the answer is B. See, ATM is automatic teller machine, AVM, or you can say all the places where we don't want people. These are automatic, so they have to do it. A Bayesian network gives. So Bayesian network, it is related to probability, a complete description of the domain. So you see an example here. A Bayesian network is a probabilistic graphical model that represent a set of variables and their conditional dependencies using a directed acyclic graph. So it gives a complete description of the domain. So here we have a proper graph and everything is being given. This is a complete description of the domain. Answer is C here. In Lisp, the addition of 5 plus 8 is entered as. So plus 5, 8. In Lisp, the addition plus 5, 8, the sum of two variables A and B can be entered like this, plus A and B. So as I said, Lisp is list processing. An algorithm is said as complete algorithm if. So if it gives you solution, it is complete. That is, it ends with a solution if any exists. So an algorithm is only said the complete algorithm if it ends with a solution. In computer science we have non-polynomial, polynomial, NP complete, NP hard, all these kind of things, right? But we are talking about an algorithm that is going to give you complete algorithm, that is complete solution. Which statement is valid for heuristic function? So if you remember heuristic function or heuristic way, calculate the cost of optimal path between the pair of states. So the answer is D. So heuristic, using the general knowledge, using the common sense, the judgmental part. So here you see, here's a function. So this is a function which is heuristic function is used in informed search in AI to find the most promising path in the search. So it estimates the closeness of the current state and calculates the cost of the optimal path between the pair of state. So state 1, state 2, what is the optimal path? So if you see here Hn, normally it is represented by Hn, you have to understand the whole of the equation. Which of the given element improve the performance of AI agent so that it can make better decision? Learning, because if learning is good, AI will work as humans. Artificial intelligence is all about learning. How many types of machine learning are there? So there are 3 types of major machine learning. We can divide it into supervised, unsupervised. Supervised means you already know the label, you have known the label, result also known. Unsupervised learning, nothing is known, only data is being fed. Reinforcement learning, nothing is given, the machine learns by itself, by the rewards and punishment. So these are the 3 types of machine learning: unsupervised, supervised and reinforcement learning. The decision tree algorithm reaches its destination using. So decision tree is all about sequence of test. I'll give an example also. Sequence of test. So how does it happen? A decision tree is first of all a supervised machine learning technique. So that can be used for both classification and regression problems. So it reaches its destination using, as I said, the option is correct is sequence of test. So I'll give an example of should I accept a new job offer. Let us take the example. So you want a job? If the salary at least 50,000, you say no, we decline the offer. If it is more than 50,000, yes. Then we ask another question. Commute more than 1 hour. If it is more than 1 hour of commutation, decline. Otherwise, we take the offer. One more question. Are we getting free coffee? No, we decline the offer. Otherwise, we accept the offer. This is the decision tree algorithm. In list programming, the square root is entered as. So the answer is SQRTX. SQRT standing for square root. B is the answer. Okay guys, this is all about the question answers of artificial intelligence. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.